Money changes things. That's what they say. But no one tells you how it changes love. How it twists it, bends it, breaks it into something you don't recognize anymore. My name is Zunri. I'm the youngest of three sisters. Lila is the oldest, responsible and steady, the one who stayed. Lily is the middle child, always the favorite, always the one who needed the most attention, always the one my parents protected from everything. And then there's me, the one who left. I left home when I was 18. Not because I wanted to, but because I had to. There was no money for college in our small town. No opportunities. No future. So I went to the city, worked 3 jobs, slept 4 hours a night, and built something from nothing. It took years. Years of instant noodles and shared apartments and secondhand clothes. Years of watching my friends go on vacations while I worked double shifts. Years of sending money home instead of keeping it for myself. But I made it. By the time I was 30, I owned my own company. A marketing firm that grew from nothing to something. From me alone in a tiny office to 50 employees in a real building with my name on the door. And all along, I sent money home. Every month, without fail. For my father's medical bills. For my mother's retirement. For Lila's kids. For Lily's endless needs. New car, new house, new business that always failed. I paid for it all. Weddings, funerals, emergencies, luxuries. Over 15 years, I calculated it once. $1 million. More than $1 million, probably. I stopped counting. I never asked for thanks. I never expected gratitude. I just wanted my family to be okay. To have the things I didn't have growing up. To be happy. I thought they appreciated it. I thought they loved me for it. I was wrong. The call came on a Tuesday afternoon. Lila's name on my phone. I smiled and answered. Zunri? Can you talk? Her voice was strange. Careful. Like she was choosing every word. Of course. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. I need to tell you something. Lily's getting married. I gasped. Really? That's amazing. Who's the lucky guy? His name is Marcus. They've been dating for a year. It's happening fast. When's the wedding? A pause. Too long. Next month. The 15th. I did the math. That's only 4 weeks away. That's so soon. But I'll make it work. I'll clear my schedule. I'll be there. Another pause. Longer this time. Zunri, there's something else. My heart stopped. What? Mom and Dad, they don't want you to come. The world went silent. What? They don't think it's a good idea. You being there. They think it would be uncomfortable. Uncomfortable? I'm her sister. I paid for her last 3 businesses. I paid for her car. I paid for... I know all of it. But they've made up their minds. Lily agrees with them. I couldn't breathe. Couldn't think. Couldn't feel. Lila, this doesn't make sense. Why would they not want me there? I can't say. I've said too much already. I just thought you should know before you booked a ticket. She hung up. I sat in my office, staring at the wall, for I don't know how long. Then I did something I'd never done before. I booked a flight anyway. I wasn't going to miss my sister's wedding. I didn't care what they wanted. I arrived in my hometown 3 days before the wedding. I didn't tell anyone I was coming. I wanted to surprise them. To show up and prove that I belonged there no matter what they thought. I drove past my parents' house first. The house I'd helped pay for. The house I'd renovated with my money. It looked the same. Same white fence. Same garden. Same front door. But something was wrong. There were no decorations. No signs of a wedding. No cars. No people. I drove to Lily's apartment. Same thing. Quiet. Empty. Confused, I called Lila. Where are you? I asked. At the venue. The wedding's today. Today? You said the 15th. That's 2 days from now. Silence. Lila. What's going on? I'm sorry, Zunri. They changed the date. They moved it up. They didn't want you to come. The world tilted. They rescheduled my sister's wedding behind my back so I wouldn't come. Yes. Where is it? Zunri, don't. Where is it? She told me. I hung up and drove. The venue was a small garden on the edge of town. Beautiful, intimate, perfect for a wedding. Cars lined the driveway. Guests milled about in fancy clothes. Music drifted from somewhere inside. I parked and walked toward the entrance. My heart pounded. My hands shook. I didn't know what I was going to do or say. I just knew I had to be there. At the gate, a man stopped me. Invitation. I'm the bride's sister. He looked at a list. Shook his head. You're not on the list. She's my sister. I don't need a list. Sorry. No name, no entry. I stepped back stunned. They'd put me on a list. A list of people not allowed to attend my own sister's wedding. I walked around the side of the garden, looking for another way in. I found a gap in the hedge and slipped through. From behind a tree, I watched. There they were. My parents, sitting in the front row, smiling. Lila, standing with her children, looking beautiful. Lily, walking down the aisle in a white dress I'd helped pay for, holding flowers I'd probably funded. And guests. Dozens of guests. Relatives, friends, neighbors. People I'd grown up with. People who knew me. People who'd accepted my money over the years without question. None of them knew I was here. None of them knew I'd been excluded. I watched the ceremony from behind that tree. Watched my sister get married. Watched my parents beam with pride. Watched everyone celebrate. And no one knew I was there. No one looked for me. No one wondered where I was. No one missed me. When the ceremony ended, the guests moved to a reception tent. I stayed behind the tree, hidden, watching. The laughter. The toasts. The dancing. The family photos. I saw my mother hug Lily. My father shake hands with the groom. Lila wipe away happy tears. And I stood alone, invisible, unwanted. After an hour, I couldn't take it anymore. I walked back to my car and drove to a motel on the edge of town. I sat on the bed, staring at the wall, trying to process what had just happened. My phone buzzed. A text from Lila. I saw you. Behind the tree. I'm so sorry. I didn't reply. The next morning, I went to my parents' house. My mother opened the door, and when she saw me, her face went pale. Zunri, what are you doing here? I came to my sister's wedding. The one you rescheduled so I couldn't come. She stepped back, letting me in. My father appeared in the hallway. He looked at me with something I couldn't read. Shame? Fear? Guilt? Sit down, I said. We need to talk. We sat in the living room. The living room I'd furnished. The TV I'd bought. The couch I'd paid for. Why? I asked. Just tell me why. My mother spoke first. It's complicated. Uncomplicated. She looked at my father. He nodded. Lily didn't want you here, my mother said. She said you make her uncomfortable. All your success, your money, your life. She said you make her feel small. So you rescheduled your daughter's wedding to make your other daughter feel better about herself? It's not like that. It's exactly like that. You chose her. Again. Just like you always have. Her feelings matter. Mine don't. My father spoke. Zunri, we're grateful for everything you've done. The money, the support. But you can't buy your way into. Stop. I held up my hand. Don't you dare say I tried to buy my way into anything. I gave because I loved you. Because I wanted you to have better lives. Not because I expected anything in return. My mother started crying. We know. We know. But Lily, she's always been fragile. She needs us. And I don't. You're strong. You've always been strong. You don't need anyone. I stood up. That's what you've always told yourself. That I don't need anyone. That I can handle anything. That it's okay to leave me out because I'll survive. But you're wrong. I need my family. I need my sisters. I need my parents. I've always needed you. You just never showed up. I walked to the door. Then I turned back. The money stops today. Not as punishment. As protection. I'm done giving to people who don't see me. I'm done funding a family that doesn't want me in it. I walked out and didn't look back. I flew home that night. For weeks, my phone buzzed constantly. Lila calling, texting, begging me to talk. My parents leaving voicemails, alternating between anger and apology. Lily, silent as always, never reaching out once. I ignored them all. I threw myself into work, built new projects, took on new clients, expanded my company, proved to myself that I didn't need them, that I could thrive alone. But alone is a hard place to live. Lila kept trying. She sent letters, gifts, photos of her children. She wrote long emails explaining, apologizing, pleading. She was the only one who'd ever really seen me. The only one who'd tried. After 6 months, I called her. Zunri. Her voice cracked. Is it really you? It's me. I'm so sorry. For everything. For not stopping them. For not standing up for you. You couldn't have stopped them. No one can. I should have tried harder. We talked for hours. About the wedding. About our parents. About Lily. About all the years of being invisible while Lily soaked up all the attention. I've cut them off, I said. Financially and emotionally. I can't do it anymore. I understand. I don't blame you. But not you. You're different. You've always been different. Lila cried. I cried. We promised to stay in touch, to rebuild our relationship, to be there for each other. A year passed. Then 2. I visited Lila and her family. Met her children, who'd grown so much. Held my new niece. Laughed at family dinners that felt real, not forced. My parents called occasionally. I answered sometimes. We talked politely about nothing. They never apologized properly. Never acknowledged what they'd done. So I kept my distance. Lily never called. Never wrote. Never reached out. I heard through Lila that her marriage was struggling, that she was unhappy, that she'd started drinking too much. I felt sadness, but not surprise. People who build their lives on other people's sacrifices rarely end up happy. Then, 3 years after the wedding, my father got sick. Lila called with the news. It's bad, Zunri. The doctors don't think he'll make it. I flew back to my hometown for the first time since that day. My father lay in a hospital bed, smaller than I remembered, tubes everywhere. My mother sat beside him, looking old and tired. When she saw me, she started crying. You came. I came. I sat beside my father and took his hand. His eyes opened slowly. Zunri. His voice was barely a whisper. My daughter. I'm here, Dad. I was wrong. Tears slid down his cheeks. So wrong. About everything. It's okay. It's not okay. We chose her. Over and over. We made you invisible. We took everything and gave nothing. He squeezed my hand weakly. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I held his hand and let him talk. He talked for a long time, apologizing for every slight, every neglect, every moment he'd failed me. When he finally fell asleep, I sat there, holding his hand, not knowing what to feel. He died 3 days later. At the funeral, I sat with Lila and her family. Lily sat on the other side of the room, alone, looking broken. Our mother sat between us, a physical reminder of the divide. After the service, Lily approached me. Her eyes were red, her face pale. Zunri. Lily. I'm sorry. For everything. For the wedding. For all of it. I looked at her. This woman who'd taken everything from me my whole life. Who'd never once considered my feelings. Who'd had our parents reschedule her wedding just to exclude me. Are you really sorry? Or are you just lonely now that everyone's gone? She flinched. That's not fair. Fair? You want to talk about fair? I paid for your life. Your cars, your houses, your failed businesses. And you repaid me by making sure I wasn't at your wedding. I know. I was selfish. I've always been selfish. Yes, you have. She started crying. Can you ever forgive me? I thought about it. Really thought about it. The years of neglect. The wedding. The exclusion. The silence. I don't know, I said honestly. Maybe someday, but not today. I walked away and joined Lila and her children. 5 years have passed since then. I've built a good life. A company that's thriving. Friends who love me. A relationship with Lila that's stronger than ever. I see her children grow, celebrate their milestones, send them gifts they actually need. My mother calls sometimes. We talk politely. She's never apologized properly, but she's trying in her own way. I've learned to accept that some people can't give you what you need, even when they want to. Lily moved away. We don't speak. I hear she's in therapy, working on herself. Maybe someday we'll find a way back to each other. Maybe not. The money never resumed. I still give, but carefully now. To people who see me. To causes that matter. To Lila's children who know their aunt loves them. I paid $1 million supporting my family. They rescheduled my sister's wedding so I wouldn't come. It broke my heart. But it also freed me. Because now I know the truth, love isn't bought. It isn't earned. It's either there or it isn't. And when it isn't, no amount of money can change that. I'm okay now. Better than okay. I'm whole. And for the first time in my life, I know exactly who I am. Someone who gave everything. Someone who survived when there was nothing left to give. Someone who finally learned to give to herself.